Whenever we're looking for the function that best models the relationship, in this case, look at the answer options to get an idea of what we're dealing with. These are all in exponential form. Y equals a times b to the x. So it's in that form. Now, a is the y-intercept, which occurs when x is 0. So plugging in 0 for x to these functions, which they call it t instead, and figuring out which one is going to have the y-coordinate, which they call p, that matches the graph is a great way to start narrowing it down. So when we look at the graph, it appears that the y-intercept is 0, comma, and then if this is 0.5, and they're just counting by 0.1, we would say it's 0, comma, 0.3. So if I plug in 0 for t in these different functions, anything to the 0 power is, so if you go to page 34, you can find out that on this side of the math reference document, we have our properties of exponents. And notice anything to the 0 power is what? 1. So that's a very important fact to know here. Well, since anything to the 0 is 1, each of these quantities is going to give you 1. 1 times 0.3 gives you 0.3, whereas 1 times 0.03 gives you 0.03. Well, we want 0.3. So we could eliminate options C and D as having the wrong y-intercept. So to determine whether it's answer option A or B for the correct answer choice, I'm going to pick another point that's a pretty clear point on this curve. I would say this one, which is 10, 0.5, seems to be pretty accurate. So I'm going to plug in 10 for t into whichever of these two. Let's say I plug it in for A, and if that ends up giving me the correct value, it's A. If it doesn't, the answer is B. So we'll plug in 0.3 times 1.059 raised to the, which is what this caret symbol is for, 10. And then I'll press enter, and I get 0.53. Well, that seems pretty accurate. It says 0.5, 0.53, that seems good. If you really want to check it, we could go back and I would just press up a couple times, press enter, and just change this from 059 to 774. Press enter, and then that's way off. It's not going to be 92 point something. So the correct answer option is A.